It's so sad to say this. It's so unfortunate, and I don't even know how I'm gonna like title this video. I don't know, because it's something I'm not too happy about and I'm not proud of. But it is what it is. That's life, you know. So I just seen my brother call me, right? My brother called me a few minutes ago. He called me twice, and I saw it, and I refused to pick up. I refuse to pick up because I know every time he calls me, he never calls me for anything good ever. It's always he only calls me when he needs me. Now let me give you a bit of a backstory of my life, right? So a few years back, I decided to take matters on my own, to take my life on my own hands and live the way I want to live, because growing up I was always told to go to school, to do this, do that, and I was always being kind of led by everyone around me, by my parents, by my teachers, whatever, 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 right? I never really made decisions for myself, right? Decisions were always made for me. And then as I got older, I realized like that ultimately at the end of the day, I'm the one who gets to choose what I want to do with my life. Like, this is my life, not our life, not your life. This is my life. And I get to do what I want to do. Like, I have that choice. Like, I never thought I had that choice. So as I got older, I realized, what, like, yeah, I have that choice. I don't have to do what you guys tell me to do. I could do what I want to do, right? So once I achieved, I my eyes opened, and I realized that I can do what I want to do and what I choose to do. I don't have to do what other people tell me to do, or and they make it seem like I don't have another choice. And then at that point in my life, I decided to take matters in my own hands, and I decided I'm gonna live the way I wanna live. I'm gonna live in the way that I wanna live, and in the way that makes me happy. Okay, and that's what I did. I made some decisions that they were really hard decisions, life changing decisions, really big decisions that I had to make. And honestly, I'm proud of them. Like, I don't regret them one bit. I don't regret them one bit. Like, yeah, I may not be where I want to be right now in life, sure, but do I really regret it? Not really, bro. Not really. I was happy, and I am happy, and I'm gonna continue being happy with the decisions that I made and the life that I'm living right now. Now, one of the decisions that I made was to refuse to continue going to school, right? Because in my head I was like, well, why am I realistically going to school? And then I thought about it, and I was like, the only reason I'm going is because I was told to go. I don't really want any of these professions, any of these careers, any of these. I don't want any of this. So why am I showing up here every single day, sitting down, listening to lecturers, teachers? Why am I doing this? And then I was like, you know what? I don't have to do this. Like, I'm doing this because this is something I've known ever since I was a kid. I've been doing it ever since I was a kid. I never had a choice on whether I want to do it or not. And then once I realized, what, like, I have a choice, and then I was like, all right, cool. This is not what I want to do. Let me go and focus and do what I want to do. So I decided to drop out, right? I decided to drop out, and that's what I did. I dropped out of school, and then at this time, yeah, okay. So I dropped out of school, yeah. After I dropped out of school, I really try and lock in on YouTube. I wanted to do YouTube because YouTube is something that I've always wanted to do. I've always had a passion about it, and just the whole idea and the lifestyle of it is like, this is what I want to do. If other people can make money from this, bro, I can too. Like, this is the problems that I want to have, and this is a struggle. Like, I want to worry about making an amazing video that's gonna make people happy and genuinely make their day. That's what I want to worry about. I don't want to worry about spreadsheets and profits and losses. Like, what I'm saying? Like, this is the type of struggle that I want. So I dropped out of school, and then I started doing YouTube. Now, when I was doing YouTube, I really had a crappy PC, and I still do. Some of you may have already noticed from the videos playing in the background so far in the videos that I've posted. But I had a really bad PC, and it was worse than the position I am right now. Like, back then, I didn't have a microphone, so I couldn't talk the way I'm talking right now. I didn't have Wi-Fi. That's right, I didn't even have internet, bro. Like, for me to post, I had to buy data. I had to buy data for me to be able to post. And then, like, on top of all of that, not having a microphone and not having Wi-Fi, I also had a really bad PC. I'm talking like, it's from what, 2007. Like, it's a bad PC, bro. Could barely run Minecraft. If and that's the only game I play, because I can't play anything else right now, you know. So back then, those were the situation, the situation that was the situation that I was in. And still being in that type of situation, I still decided to push through and fight and try and, you know, make a way out. Right? And I made videos, and I used to make videos that I hated making. And when I say hates, please understand, like, I feel like even hate is an understatement. Like, I despised these videos from start to finish. I hated the whole process, and I kept doing it over and over and over again, with the hope that maybe one day they're gonna do well enough to the point where I can be able to make even a little bit of money, and then with that little bit of money I can buy a better PC and then make better content, right? And the thing about this video is that they were getting consistent views. I was averaging around 7k views, right, per video. And I don't know if I'm not even gonna bother dropping the channel, because the channel is still up, it still exists. But yeah, it was averaging 7k, and I was hoping that I could just reach a point where I could start making money so that I can buy a PC, and that never happened. It got to a point where my views started getting less and less and less, and then I just got to a point where I was like, you know, I'm just done with these videos, bro. Like, I'm not doing this again. Like, I'm done. I'm just done. And I remember, man, when I said that, I felt like a sigh of relief in my heart. Like, that's how bad it was. And I did it, and I said this all the time, because I sometimes I see comments be like, yo, where did you go, XXX? I don't want to say the name. That, you know, I can say the name of the channel, fuck it. The name of the channel is Delaware, right? So I see comments being like, yo, Delaware, where'd you go? Like, where'd you go? Why did you stop making content like this, you know? And then in my mind I'm like, bro, like, I made this content because I had no other choice. Like, I had nothing. That's the only reason why I made that. And it made me burn out. Like, and I'm not the type who believes in burnout. Like, I don't believe in shit like burnout. I don't believe it. I know that's a real thing, but I just choose not to believe in it, right? And I'm telling you, that shit made me burn out. Like, I was just mentally exhausted. I was exhausted. The only time I was happy when I was making those videos is when I finished making them. Like, when I was done is when I was happy. I was like, thank God that's over with. And every single time I prayed, and I hoped that video that I just made will be the last one, and I wouldn't have to make another one like that. I pray that video will do well enough so that I can start making money, just buy a PC so I can make. And I'm not even talking like a crazy PC, something mid that I can be able to at least make content with. But yeah, so that never worked, and I never made money from it. I got a decent amount of subscribers and views, but that's literally all that happened. And I just quit those videos forever. And in my mind I was like, you know, I'm just done with this. I'm never doing this again. It wasn't worth it to me in my eyes. It wasn't worth it. So after I've stopped making those videos, I didn't really have videos I could make, because mind you, like I told you, I don't have internet, so I can't play multiplayer, right? I don't have a mic, so I can't record myself making a mic, and I can't really play a lot of game modes, you know, because I remember I could only play Minecraft to 1.16, like 1.17 and newer. Like, I can't play these newer versions of Minecraft right now because my PC literally can't run it can't, right? So, like, based on the situation that I was, the only videos that I could make that would do well was those videos. And then once I stopped making them, it was like, well, what do I make? I don't know. I don't really have anything I can make. So I stopped making videos. And started doing other things. I was either outside with friends or gaming. I wasn't even gaming because I didn't have internet. I was just outside. I just found shit to do, you know. I just found shit to do, and time passed, and I never really, you know, fully realized my YouTube dream. Now, during all this time, you remember I told you, like, I made the decision to do what would make me happy, and I chose to do what would make me happy, you know. And my family didn't really agree with that choice, the choice that I made. Everyone was against it. Every single one was against it. I remember I was taken to visit so many people. I was taken to counselors, pastors, who else, aunts, uncles. I was taken to so many people, so everybody tried to convince me, like, yo, what you doing? No, don't do this. And I remember there was even a time I second guessed myself. I was like, bro, am I really doing the right thing? Because how come is literally everyone just telling me not to do it? And then I told God, show me the way if I'm doing the right thing. And then I remember something happened in my life at that time, and I was like, yo, you know what? Yeah, this is the right thing I need to do, and I must stay locked in, and I must stay with the decision that I made. I'm not gonna, break. So ever since that I made that decision. So you see now I don't really have a job. Like I'm not going uni, and I don't have a job because I'm at home, right? And this was making my family like see me as a disposable object. Is that the right word to use? See me as a disposable object. So what I mean by this, and I have two close people, one of them being my girlfriend, and a really close friend of mine who told me this, and I didn't realize this at the time. They told me like your family is taking advantage of you, bro. Like the way they're treating you, like no, it shouldn't be that way, And at the time I was like, no, it's my family. Like I didn't get it. I didn't get what they were trying, the message they were trying to convey to me. But now when I sit and I look back at it, I'm like, you guys already saw it. You saw it before I saw it. So since I've tried YouTube and it's kind of failed, right? It's kind of failed because I'm not making any money from it. So now I'm just chilling at home, finding shit to do, whatever. Everyone is looking at me and it's like, well, you don't really have something to do. Let us give you something to do, right? So they try to tell me to start like IRL businesses. They're not really good businesses. It's not like they would even fund me because I don't come from a rich family. So I don't even know why they were saying that. But anyway, long story short, my brother has this business where he has a lorry that he carries goods. So initially they wanted like me to be his helper. Like when he goes to work, he'll just call me and then I go with him and then I help him load the goods in the lorry and out of the truck. And then he'd be paying me for that. And I remember initially I wasn't happy with that because I'm like, bro, I didn't drop out of school to come and do this. Like I haven't given up, even though like initially things didn't go my way. Like it's not like I've given up, bro. They just didn't go my way because I didn't have the opportunity and the option at the time. But that doesn't mean like I'm done and now this is my life. But at the time I did it because I didn't really have a choice, because I couldn't say no because everyone was on my neck, and plus I'm still living with my parents, right? I'm not living alone, so I didn't really have that choice. So I went, and every single time I went, I hated it, bro. Every time. So initially, at first, I used to go all the time. Like he used to call me all the time, and then he told me to go with him. And I remember this shit pissed me off because I was like, bro, I want to work on my life. Like I'm coming here, I'm spending the whole day with you, loading goods in and out of the truck, right? And I'm being paid less than minimum wage. The money that was being paid wasn't even worth it, because by the time I used the money for fare, like for the bus to go to where he stays at and come back home, like the money that I've made is already gone, so I wasn't really even making anything from it, right? So I remember I was always mad every time I'd see his phone call. I was never happy. I was never happy about it. So I remember there's a time during one of these what is it called, one of these journeys that we go when we deliver goods, right? During one of these journeys, I remember he asked me, like he said, like, I know you're happy right now that you're making money and shit like that. That's what he told me while we were driving back to his place so that I can now come back home. And I looked him in the eyes and I told him, do you want me to be honest with you? Do you want me to tell you the truth? And he was like, yeah, tell me the truth. And I was like, you know what? I'm not happy that I'm making money. I'm not happy that I have this job. I'm not happy. And I told him the truth as it is. I told him, like, no, I'm not really as happy as you think I am. You think I'm making money from this shit, and you think I love it here because now I quote unquote have a job, where most people don't really have jobs. So now I quote unquote have a job, so I'm ahead of him. It's like, no, bro, this is not what I want to do with my life. Like, I'm more than this, and this is not even giving me the time to work on myself and my life. You know what I'm saying? So I told him no, and I remember that pissed him off. It really made him angry. In my mind, I was like, I don't give a fuck, bro. I'm gonna tell you the truth as it is. The only reason the only reason I'm coming is because I know if I tell you no, like my mom and dad are gonna be on my neck for that. They're gonna be like, oh, why are you not going? Like, what are you staying at home doing? They wouldn't understand. They wouldn't understand that I'm developing myself and I'm working on things. They wouldn't understand that. Because to them, going outside, that's when you're actually working. If you're always indoors, then there's nothing you're doing, They don't see they're old school, bro. They don't see like the vision of YouTube or online businesses or whatever. Like they don't see it. So I tell him no, right? And that pissed him off. In my mind, I was like, I don't really give a fuck. And then yeah, he was like, well, if that's the case, then I'm not gonna be calling you or something like that. And I was like, all right. And honestly, in my heart, I felt joy. Like I was happy. I was like, thank God, bro. Like, don't be calling me, bro. He thought saying that would harm me, and I'm like, bro, I'm happy. Like, bro, I remember how happy I fucking was. Isn't that sad? Isn't that sad, bro? Like, I was so happy that he wouldn't call me. I was like, thank God, bro. Like, never call me. And I told him, like, I'm not saying I don't want to help you. Like, if the goods are too heavy, you can be calling me when the goods are too heavy, and every now and then I'll be coming and helping you. But don't make it like a common thing. Don't be calling me every day or on a regular basis, telling me that, you know, to pull up and come and help you. Like, no, bro. I have my life ahead of me. You've already built yours. Let me start building mine. You know. So anyway, we drive. He drives to his place. I come back home. And then I wake up and guess what? No phone call. And I'm so happy. I'm having a blast. And then the next day I wake up again, no phone call. The next day after that, no phone call. So I'm happy now. I'm like, let's go. Like, no phone calls. Everything is good. And then I remember then he started like calling me again. But this time it wasn't as regular as before. It was one of either when he's going on long journeys or something like that, he would call me. And man, like every single time he called me, like I never like wanted it. Like every time I had my phone ringing, I look at it and I see it's him, bro, my heart drops. Because I'm like, that's why I don't even want to answer. Like, that's why I didn't want to answer a few minutes ago. Because I looked at it and I'm like, I know why this nigga is calling, bro. He's not calling me to tell me something good or nothing. He's calling me to try to get me to like go. And I'm busy right now because I was literally about to wash my clothes, you know. And that really made me pissed off. And I was like, you know what? Let me record a video about this, because this is something that really annoys me. Right? So every time he called me, I would always just, my heart would always drop. And I remember it got to a point where I had PTSD, bro. Like, because he used to call me a lot in the morning, right? So every time my phone would ring in the morning, bro, my heart always dropped, bro. Every single time I just felt sad. I felt like shit. Before I even look at who's calling, I just hear the phone ringing, and already my day is ruined. And I remember it was like this. And sometimes this guy, like this nigga, bro, he didn't understand that sometimes I genuinely am busy. I remember there's a time he called me, right? And I was genuinely busy. I was going around my day. I had things to do. He called me, I picked up, and I told him I'm not home. I'm outside and I'm busy. And he told me to leave where I'm at and come and meet up with him. And I'm like, bro, I'm busy. And it's like, oh, is what you're doing more important than what I'm telling you to do? And in my mind, I'm like, fuck yeah, it is. What do you mean? Bro, like, you know my master or nothing. I don't have to do what you tell me to do. Like, fuck off, you know? So it's like, I'm busy. And then he told me, he kept insisting, and I was like, wait, I'll call you back, right? And then that's when I thought about it, and I was like, I don't want to go this shit. I'm busy right now. I'm genuinely busy. But if I don't fucking go, I know he's gonna tell my parents. He's gonna tell our parents, and then they're gonna get mad at me, and they're gonna make life hard for me at home. So, bro, imagine I had to let go of everything that I was doing, everything that I was fucking doing, bro. I had to stop. And then come back home, prepare myself, and then so that I could go meet up with him. And then we fucking went. Like, what the fuck is that? Am I his slave or his servant that he can call me any fucking time he wants and he'll fucking get me? Like, what the fuck? And in my mind, I was like, the only reason like I'm saying yes to you, bro, the only reason I'm saying yes is because of my parents. Because I know if I say no to you, you're gonna go to them and you're gonna tell them, oh, I called him, I told him, and he said no. And then they're gonna come to me, be like, oh, why did you say no? And if I tell them I'm busy, they wouldn't understand it. If I tell them like these things I'm working on, they will be like, oh, you spent all these years working on these things, where's the result? Like, they wouldn't understand when I was doing YouTube, I didn't have a mic, I didn't have Wi-Fi. They wouldn't understand that, you know. So they look at it like, oh, you've been doing this for all these years, like this thing you keep saying you're doing, where's the result? Like, where's the results? And then I can't show them anything, you know. Like, I know they're there, but I can't show them. And then they're like, oh, well, when he calls you, like, fucking go, because at least when you go, you can come back with something. And I'm like, bro, I don't even come back with shit. Like, I barely even make a dollar. I make even less than a fucking dollar, bro, doing that shit. When I start putting in the money for transport, by the time I go from home to his place and back home when we're done, like I have no money left, and then my whole time is gone. Like I spend my whole fucking day with him. What the fuck is that? Like I don't need that shit, bro. What I want to do is build my life and work on myself and my life, you know. So I remember like the eventually what I started doing is when he started calling, like sometimes I'd pick up and I'd try to convince him, like, or like to just come up with an excuse of why I don't want to go and shit like that. I try to come up with an excuse. I'd be like, oh, well, you know. And the thing about this thing is like, even if I tell him I'm not around, it's like he can say like, let me come to where you are at, which is annoying. Because then it's like, bro, can you not understand? I don't want to go with you. I want to work on my life. Like, I know you want to help me. I know you're doing all of this because you want to help me. You think you're helping me by doing this. I don't need your help, bro. Like, this is ruining me. It's hurting me more than it's building me. Just leave me to, I got this. Just leave me to me, bro. I got God by my side. That's all I need. I'm good. I've got this. Just fuck off. So, I remember the last time he called me, right? I was busy and I was with my girl, and he called me and we had planned something out, whatever. And I also, aside from my girl, I also had like things I had to do. He called me. I usually don't like picking up, but my girl told me to just pick up so that I see what it's like. And I'm like, oh, okay, let me pick up. And of course, it's what I fucking thought it is. It's him saying, oh, like, oh, come here, like, let's meet up so that you could come and help me and whatever. And in my mind, I'm like, bro, so now I'm gonna have to leave everything just to go. Like, why do I have to do this shit, bro? Why? And then I just thought about it again. I thought about like, if I don't do it, he's just gonna go to my parents and shit, and then my parents are gonna come because they're the one who paying the rent. Like, I can't really do anything about it, so I have to kind of do what they say. And then I was like, ah, fucking, I'm just gonna go. Like, it is what it is. Fuck it. And then that even made my girl sad and depressed because she was like, bro, like, how does he just call you out of the blue and expect you to just show up? Even she was like, bro, like, these people are using you, bro. Like, they're treating you like shit. They don't respect you. Like, they don't respect you and they don't respect your time. They just think you're always there, open-ended, always fucking available. And then at the time I was like, yeah, but I didn't really think about it. But now when I look back at it, I'm like, she was right. She was right. They think my time is just there, available for the taking for anyone who fucking wants it. Anyway, I remember I started going, and my girl was like, you know, I'll take you to the stage so that you can get the bus. And I went to the stage, and thank God, like, I didn't go that day, because I made sure that I get to the stage late. And then when he called me, I was like, oh, I'm not at the stage yet. But I just gave him a bunch of excuses. And then eventually he was like, oh, don't worry about it. I'll just go. And then I never went. And I was happy that I didn't go, right? And that was the last time, initially, before this now, when he called me. That was the last time where he called me, right? And he told my mom that, oh, I called him, blah, blah, blah. Even my mom came to ask me, and I was like, yeah, whatever. I told him the excuses. I was like, that's what happened. It was raining. I didn't have a shower, blah, blah, boom, boom. And then now I was chilling, right? I was planning on making a video. This wasn't even the video that I was planning on making. I was planning on making a video today, right? I was like, okay, let me wash my clothes, finish washing my clothes, and then I'm gonna come and work on my YouTube, make videos entertaining for you guys. Just before I start washing my clothes, bro, my phone starts ringing, and guess who it is? It's my brother, bro. It's my brother. As soon as I saw it's my brother, I was like, I'm not picking up, and I didn't pick up. And he called me. I'm actually surprised he called me twice this time around, because usually what he does is he calls me, and if I don't pick up, he calls my mom, and then my mom calls me, right? So, you know, if my mom calls me, I'm not gonna expect, because I'm just gonna think she's trying to tell me something or whatever. So if my mom calls me, I'm always gonna pick up. So I pick up, and then she tells me like, yo, pick up your phone, like your brother's trying to talk to you or whatever. And sometimes, let's say I'm ahead of the game, because I realized that pattern. I was like, when he calls and I don't pick up, he calls my mom, and my mom calls immediately after. So I was like, if my mom calls me after he calls me, I'm not picking up, because I know she wants to tell me to talk to him. So I remember there's a time that also happened. He called me, I didn't pick up, and then my mom called me, I didn't pick up. And guess what my mom did? My mom called our neighbor and told them to come and knock on the door and tell me to like pick up the phone. So I'm here. I had the door ringing. I'm like, okay, let me go see what's up. I come, it's my neighbor. of course, I'm not gonna expect my neighbor to tell me that, and then my neighbor tells me like, "Yo, your mom says," and I'm like, "Bro, they have to go to this extent? Like, can these guys not understand? I'm fucking busy and I just wanna build my life. Like, bro, the fact that I even have PTSD from his phone calls. Like, I never pick up his phone. Every time he calls me, like sometimes I do, very rarely, but most of the time I don't. I don't, and I don't plan on doing it until I move out. I don't plan on doing it because at least when I move out, even if he tells me like, "Yo, come," I'm just gonna be like, "No." And if I tell him no, what is he gonna do? It's not gonna have an option, right? Because no one is gonna come and tell me like, "Oh, go help your brother." Oh, no one is gonna come and force me to do shit because I'm living by myself. But you know, when you're under someone's roof, you kind of had to do what they tell you to do, man. It's so annoying that I can't even pick up the call. Like when my brother calls me, I can't pick up. I look at it and I'm like, I know what this nigga wants, bro. I'm not even gonna pick up. Oh well. Hopefully this YouTube thing is gonna work out, bro, so that I could just get a break from all this shit. Cause honestly, they just don't understand, man. They don't understand. They just don't understand. But it is what it is. You know what? It's life. We move on and we keep going. Anyway, it's been your boy ReweX. I don't even know what this video was. I guess I don't know, man. Take care and peace. Peace out.